BORTLE here, back from the LCS event, the 3v3 event of this of the year 2021. My goodness, and here we have today the undefeated team right now. Yo, guys, introduce yourselves to the channel.
We are Uncle Jib's Bakery, comprised of me, Nick Petzold.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Mike.
And Jib. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Nice. So I heard you guys went undefeated in Swiss, but unfortunately lost in Top Cut, right?
Yeah.
So what decks did you guys use for this event?
I use Virtual World.
I also use Virtual World.
And I used the rock deck.
And yo, Jibriel, why'd you use rocks, man, for this event?
Okay, so hi everybody. Yeah, so if for people who didn't know, like I'm the person who originally came up with the Adamancipator Prank Kid rock deck. I gave the list to Cody and I gave it to Elise because they're my friends. And Cody's been playing it on stream. And I've been playing it on my stream sometimes. And Elise went and did good at some tournaments with it. So shout out to them. They're awesome. But like I felt that I had to play the deck because it would be weird if my friends had tops with the deck I made and I didn't have a top with the deck I made. So like I played it for those reasons. And it worked pretty well. I wouldn't say it was amazing, but like I had lost 7 out of the 8 die rolls and I played against all combo mirrors. So yeah. I'm surprised I was able to win as much as I did. Especially with people knowing that I made the deck and blind calling Earth with VFD. So that was kind of obnoxious. But yeah, I thought that the deck was a very good meta choice because of the type of hand traps that people are playing. But people are kind of catching on and playing cards like Impermanence and Nibiru in their decks again. So yeah.
Well, I think you guys made an amazing choice because you guys went undefeated in Swiss. And speaking of shoutouts, let's get those out of the way so we can start this deck profile. So going with Jibriel, would you like to continue with the shoutouts?
Yeah, so first of all, first and foremost, shout out to my teammates. We had really good synergy. We were helping each other out. It wasn't like just 3 solitaire matches. We were actively talking, communicating, helping each other win really tight situations. Shout out to our team Playmakers. Shout out to Cheech, shout out to Will, shout out to Jack, shout out to everyone else. And finally, a shout out to our Twitch channel, or the Twitch channel that I run, Team Playmakers 2017. Yeah, I try to stream there as much as I can. I haven't streamed there in a while, but I should be streaming tonight, celebration stream post LCS. So yeah.
Let's you want to take it away with your deck profile, Jim?
Yeah, bro, I got you. So we played with 9 miners, 3 analyzer, 3 researcher, and 3 seeker. They're the heart and soul of the deck. Block Dragon is banned, so now they're the best rock monsters in the game. 1 copy of Shade on the edge. He's just a level 4 extender. We don't play any trap cards in our deck, so like he's always live. For hand traps, we played 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Gamma, and the driver. Played 6 hand traps in the main because it's the optimal number to see 1 on average, like 50% of the time. But going forward, if you wanted to know what change I would make, I would probably add 3 nib into the main, or 3 copies of Impermanence, either or. I felt like I needed more hand traps because like I don't know if I was just like really unlucky because like the theory was correct for 6 hand trap, like that was correct theory, but like I lost so many die rolls that it was just like really like tilting. That like I was either like seeing 1 hand trap or like 50% of the time I was seeing no hand traps, and I had like nothing to stop my opponent from just DFDing me. Because I played against like 3 virtual worlds and like 2 drytrons. Like I played against all meta, and like the drytrons were free because like post side, like this deck like almost never loses to drytron. But virtual world is like the deck's hardest matchup, and it's funny because I think next to Mike, I probably played the most virtual world. And I lost every die roll except for 1, and the one that I didn't lose the die roll, I won the match. 2 copies of Doki Doki. It's all right. It's a cool card. It's not as important as it used to be because we have better normal summons now. The Quacky Mirror cards, 3 copies of Guardian, 3 copies of Supplier. Guardian is your main guy that you want to hit other than Roxy's, which we're going to get to. He stops you from getting nibbed. He secures your combo. And if your combo goes off, then you pretty much always win. Unless you like misplay like me, and then like you get your board broken, or like your guy like hard draws like the 1 pink and like desires, But like yeah, those cards are cool. I played 2 copies of Petting Cessor. BORTLE, I have a Dolce profile up on your channel from months back. I love the deck. I played it full time for a while, but it was literally the worst card in my entire deck. It needs to stay in pure Dolces. It doesn't have a place in this deck. It needs to get out of my list. If you don't hard draw it, like going first, if it's like your 6th card, or like if you hand trap your opponent post side, or like if you're drawing it off of a draw card, it's just like the worst card in your deck. It was terrible. I'm never playing it again. Triple copies of Parallel Exceed. It's the best extender. All of your plays start off with link climbing, and then this just turns into like a rank 4 or like extra bodies for like Raptite or like a Appaloosa or something. Prank Kit package, 3 copies of Roxy's and 1 Dropsies. So up until now, like the list that like Cody and Elise like won with, like was playing the poly package, which is obviously another way to play the deck. And that's like the way that I started playing the deck, and that was like the list that like I gave to them. But like the more optimal version of the deck that like we were keeping low key for the LCS, mainly me and Cody, and I told Elise to like keep it low key, is you just play 3 Roxys and 1 of an element. You can pick between fire or water. I picked water because of its level, and I didn't decide to play Leonite, which I see a lot of lists are still playing Leonite. I don't think that card is needed. I think you could just make more optimal boards and not like hope that you hit like something good or something that you haven't used off of Leonite. You just make more optimal boards with the 2. 1 copy of Upstart, 39 cards. Oh God, yes. 1 copy of Emergency Teleport to go with our Psychics, which are the triple Gamma and the Driver. Gamma was really cool, especially with the card in the extra deck that Cody did convince me to play last minute. And Emergency Teleport just becomes an extra extender. And then because this deck needs a lot of extenders because Black Dragon is illegal, we played 4 copies of Monster Reborn, Triple Signs, and 1 Monster Reborn. For the extra deck, we played 1 copy of All Mirage. It's just like a link 1 that can trigger your Parallel Exceed and Awkward Hands. Like sometimes like it never really happens, but like there are situations where like you'll have to normal summon an Ash Blossom, which sounds terrible, and then just like make All Mirage in order to trigger Parallel Exceed. That never happened to me during the tournament. I'm not saying that happened, but like worst case scenario. 1 copy of Meow Meow, 1 copy of Doodle. Those cards are both needed for the Pranked portion of the deck. 1 copy of Unicorn. It's a stepping stone into Access Code, and it's also just a very good Link 3. The cool card that Cody convinced me to play, 1 copy of Psy-Frame Lord Lambda. This card is really cool because like when you're going through your combo, sometimes you open up Gamma, and this is a very monster-heavy deck, so like Gamma's barely ever live turn 1. But something cool that you can do is you can make Lambda. Like instead of going into Doodle off of the Pranked cards, you can use the Meow Meow plus the Dropsies to make a Lambda. And basically, it allows you to still be protected from cards like Nibiru if you open up Gamma. And it's really cool tech that Cody came up with. I'm not taking credit for that. So definitely shout out to him. And it helped me win a couple of games this weekend. 1 copy of IP, 1 copy of Hulk. I don't know why I said them together. They serve really different roles, but IP just is like a card that you can end on and step up into Unicorn on your opponent's turn. It's an interruption card, and Hulk is just like an extender. It's not that insane without Link Ross, but still a good card that you need to play in the deck. 1 copy of Appaloosa. It's one of your 2 rank 4s. You're always ending on Appaloosa. Appaloosa is like one of the cornerstones of this deck, like historically, and still you want to end on a big Appaloosa, negate a bunch of Drytrons, negate a bunch of virtual monsters. 1 copy of Access Code Talker when you're going for game. The card's crazy. I love the card. It's probably one of my favorite Link monsters in the game. 2 rank 4s. Granite, it's a combo piece. It grabs you an extender. We need more extenders. The deck needs extenders. 1 copy of Dweller. This card is probably like one of the best cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh right now that no deck can make. Except for this deck. This deck can make Dweller, and Dweller beats the top 2 decks being Drytron and Virtual World. So this card is one of the advantages of playing this deck. You can pretty much always end on Dweller if you want to. 1 copy of Herald of the Arclight. It's a Omni Negate that you can set up pretty early in some hands to play around hand traps, and it stops your board from getting hit by Forbidden Droplets. 1 copy of Savage Dragon. You're pretty much always ending on this card. This card is a Omni Negate, big body, helps you attack for game. 1 copy of Raptite. It's like you're always like you summon Raptite like every game, This card's insane. It just grabs a rock monster and summons it. So again, another card that grabs extenders. One Dragite. I summoned it once, I believe, and it's a card that you're not going to summon a lot, but you need to play it because like it's just so powerful. Like it could potentially bounce up to 5 cards, and it just negates spells and traps. So against like a deck like Eldritch, like I might like would try to make this, but I didn't play against any back row decks. Side deck for the hand traps: triple Droll, triple Nibiru, triple Lancia, triple Cycle Reader. Before this event, I wasn't playing Cycle Reader. I was playing the 3rd Lancia and 1 copy of Red Reboot. Shout out to Nick. He convinced me to cut those 2 cards and put Cycle Reader. Cycle Reader was insane the entire event. I loved it. Going forward, like what I said, the Madolches would get cut and 1 other card would get cut. I don't know. And it would probably be 3 Nibirus in the main or 2 Nibirus if I don't want to go over 40. And I'd probably like put imperms in the side or vice versa. Like cut those cards and put imperms in the main. Triple copies of Lightning Storm and 1 Harpies for back row decks, which I played none of. But those cards are insane. And then 1 copy of Order for droplets. That's the deck. The deck was crazy. I had a great time. As much as my teammates love to meme, the deck was literally the best deck in the room. Not gonna lie. Rock's best deck. Shout out to Paul Cooper. He's in top 4 right now. He's not playing the Pranked cards, but he is playing Rocks. Love you, man. You're great.
There you go. Well, in closing, guys, overall, did you guys have like great experience for this LCS event?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
There was a lot of yelling at each other. Memeing about the Rock deck, but like, yeah.
Rock
shout out
deck
Empty
bad.
Chair, Rock deck, but like, Rock deck is crazy. I won when it mattered. Smile.
Smile.
Oh man.
Oh gosh.
Shout out to BORTLE. That's the final shout out.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to him.
Hey. Well, listeners, if you're not a part of BORTLE Nation, sub for BORTLE. It's that easy and it's free. Oh God, yeah.
God, yes.
Ah,
Hey, guys,
yes.
So that's gonna be it. BORTLE out.